Hi y'all, welcome in. I could not get the camera to show the picture, so for the last few minutes I've been messing with that. It finally did. I unplugged everything and plugged everything back in, and that did it, but I'm not really sure what was going on right then. So how are y'all doing? I hope y'all have had a fabulous week so far. I need to bring the chat up so that I can see the chat. Alright, and we are ready. So I want to try, if y'all watched my last video, and I hope that y'all did. If you're here in the replay, thank you so much. Thank you for being part of my replay crew. If you don't mind, leave me a comment or an emoji. Sometimes we don't know what to say or we have nothing to say, right? Just leave an emoji. A smiley emoji, a heart emoji, a prayer emoji. Just to let me know that you've been there. So anyway, if y'all watched my last video, I got that PR diamond painting and I really want to start on it, but I don't want to have more than one thing going. As far as one diamond painting, one crochet, that's what I'm trying for. But I really want to get started on that, so I'm hoping to get to be able to work on this one and finish this one so that I can start the other. And so we are going to work away today and just try to get as much done as we can. As y'all know though, I'm not fast at it, and I normally don't try to rush it because when I try to rush it, I make mistakes, right? So we are going to work on this bottom area, take some of these papers off. Adjust the camera so that, I'll start up here. No, I'll start down here. So let me adjust the camera. So that y'all can see. Let's turn this light on so that y'all can see even better. And then let's pick out the numbers that we need. These down here look crooked as can be. I mean, I know it'll straighten out when I put other things on there, but my goodness, what in the world? I'm gonna leave it like that for right now, and we're just gonna go. So let's start with down here, and there's so much confetti that it's like, just looking at it, it's like, where do you even start? Like, it's just a few pieces here, a few pieces there. I'm gonna start right there. I'm looking for the K. thinking because there's so many, I'm thinking I may just use the tray. I don't have enough room under here though, because it has the lid. I was going to say use the 6 tray so I can just, maybe if I open it, let's see, adjust a little bit down here. Ooh, I just dropped those drills. Thankfully, I put the lid on it very lightly. So I think I'll do that. I have I say 6 trays, but to have 1 tray that's a combination of just like extra pieces, that fall here and there, but I may put that somewhere else so that I actually can pick out 6 colors. Alright, so we've got that. So now I've got 6 trays and I can put colors on, and we're going to go ahead and get to that. But I think right now I want to just put a few drills on the canvas just to get started and feel like I'm doing something. Alright, so we're going to start with this one, and then we'll pick out some colors and put in there. I hope y'all can hear the music. If you're new here, if you're in the bushes, in the balcony, whatever you want to call it, when you're not actually coming in and saying hi in the chat, I'd appreciate if you did come by and say hello. I like meeting new folks, but if that's not your thing, then that's okay. So normally I've been coming on here lately for an hour, sometimes 2. But today I think I'm going to stay as long as possible so that I can actually get as much as possible done on here. So it may be an hour, it may be 2, it may be longer. So if you don't already have it, grab yourself a drink, a snack if you're a snacky person, and diamond paint with me, crochet with me, craft along with me, whatever your craft may be, and we will just hang out and work together. Hey, BLK, welcome in. You're my first one in here. I'm so lonely. What is it? What's that little kid song? Nobody loves me. Nobody. I'm gonna eat some worms. I don't even remember it, but ever since I switched my times, though, from late night to early morning. I don't get very many viewers, but I don't guess, it is what it is, right? How are you doing today? I hope you are doing well. I know you were talking about going out and maybe getting a little one. I went out this weekend and picked up I think a couple of them, one from Ollie's and I think a couple from the Dollar Tree, just to try them out. For like quality and that kind of stuff. I haven't opened them or done anything with them, but it was something just like I picked up one of their little crochet amigurumis, and straight off I could just see the quality of the yarn is not good at all. It reminds me of when I got my circular knitting machines. One of them, I believe, came with some yarn, what they call yarn, and it was horrible yarn. And that's kind of like what this seems like to me. Granted, I haven't opened it to touch it, but just the looks of it is exactly what it reminded me of. And I was like, I'm not even gonna like the feel of this yarn. But I wanted to see, because even with the feel of the yarn, you're spending, about $25, and then you can decide whether you want to crochet, if it's something that you want to do. So that's kind of like what I want to see, if the directions make sense, if because it comes with the little hook and everything, and just see. But from the looks of it, I know I love to crochet, and looking at it, I'm like, I just don't know. Watching, working, and listening before my meeting. Time switches. It can be a challenge. I know, right? I'm okay. How are you? I'm good. Thank you. I saw a bee. DT, I'm going to grab it and try to do it when I have time. Was it a little one or a big one? Thai Crochet Queen. That's another thing I enjoy doing diamond painting because it just like relaxes my brain, but here lately, because I've had like so much, like I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I feel like it just takes me so long. Like normally I can sit here and just do it. I'm not getting these on here straight at all this morning, but I can sit here and do it, and like my mind just like goes blank, like I'm just doing this and that's it, right? But here lately, it's not. Like I'm still like thinking of all the things that I gotta do, and so I try to hurry up, but I'm not fast at it, so we don't get anywhere. As to with crochet, I'm pretty quick with that, so I can do what I need to do. But that is one of the things I like about these, is that it takes me a while. So I feel like it's money well spent, because I'm getting an image that I like or that I want to work on, and then I'm getting to work on it, and I'm getting to work on it for a long time. Like this one I've only worked on during the lives, and I think this is, I don't even know what day it is. I should maybe keep track of that. But here we are, still working on it. So it definitely, for me, goes slow. I know some folks that can knock these out super quick. I am not one of them. Hey, Blood Dragoon, how are you doing? Welcome in. A little cake. Good. That way you feel accomplished too, when you get it done. It's not taking you weeks or, like however many hours. And you're like, oh yeah, I did this. And then you can be like, yeah, I like it, or no, you don't like it. I was going to put this one away, but nope, there's some more. Yeah, time changes can be a challenge, and I'm just really doing pop-ups because it's not even like I've changed times today, but it's not even like I have a set time during the day either, so I don't have my regulars, like people want to know like what they're going to watch, when they're going to watch, kind of thing, and I just don't have that right now. I'm trying, I'm just not there. And that's okay. I know I just seen another one. Where did you go? There. There's more right there. Doesn't look like gardening friends. I need to look up. Are in here yet? But I think we're probably going to spend most of the weekend when it's not raining out there. But I have spent time out there, and it is just pulling weeds and pulling weeds. I'm so tired of pulling weeds. So far, what we're harvesting greens, and we really enjoy greens, so that's a blessing. We are harvesting, even though 3 of my zucchini plants were destroyed by something. I still have 2 zucchini plants, and thankfully we're still getting zucchini off of those. We're getting jalapenos. We've got some bell peppers out there, but they're not, we've gotten a few little ones just because they look like they were going to fall off, and so the bugs wouldn't get them when we got them. But we haven't gotten any nice big hefty ones of the bell peppers. And strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. I think that's, some apples. I don't know why my apples are dropping though, because they're not quite ready. That might have been all of that color. No. Oh, we got some turnip, cilantro. I'm surprised my cilantro's still going with the heat. And of course my herbs, which I'm getting dehydrating so that I can tea or tincture to those. But I think that's about it. I may be leaving something out, but so we are getting some stuff, but are we getting for all the hard work to equal out all the hard work? No. Not so far. Alright, let me see. To be little kid. Oh, Izzy. Okay. I did make myself a coffee before I started, but it's not a big coffee, so, and if I plan to stay here and for a while, I am going to need a bigger coffee. Alright, so we're going to just set these where I'm going to pick out a few of the colors that are down here for us to work on, so I don't have to do it every time. Hey Lee, welcome in. Listening is editing. Thank you so much for listening. You're probably just going to listen to the music, if you can even hear it, but thank you so much for stopping in. Right now I'm just picking out colors of the section that I'm going to work on so that I don't have to stop every few minutes, which I'm probably going to have to do anyway, but where's the E20? And that one, where's that one? /30. Alright, so I'm going to start with this one. And so I think that's all of that color, but I'm just gonna still leave it out till I'm done. Well, not the whole little section because I'm gonna need more colors, but just where I'm working when I get done with these 6 or 7 colors, and then put it away. That way if I've missed something I can just grab it real quick. I made stickers yesterday. The day before I made card decals. I enjoy making stickers. I think it's probably because I like them so much. The colors look really good on the screen. At least I think so. Maybe I don't want it on the high. Let's see. Maybe on the low. I don't know. Definitely not on the low, so the medium. See, I think I might do better with the multi-placing too if my tool would pick up. You know, it's only a 3, the one that's on here right now. But every time I try to pick up 3 drills, it doesn't. It does 1, it does 2, and I mean my wax is, maybe I need to add more wax to that side. Let's see. But then it comes out on the sides, you know. I really shouldn't be messing. I should just single place and just get a as many as I can instead of distracting myself with other things. Because I'll find 10 million things to distract myself with. I really would. I have that ability. So I hope y'all enjoy the music. And just every once in a while, I decide to say something. If you can't hear the music, let me know. Because I can hear it, but that does not mean that the mic is picking it up. It should be. But my camera should have been playing when I started earlier, and it wasn't, so. I try to pick up 3, it just lets me pick up 2. But you know what, I don't even think I put those in the right area. I sure didn't. I'm so glad I noticed that I'm going for the Y and I put them on the E. Oh my goodness, Jack. Like, what are you doing? I gotta be able to laugh at myself, right? It's all good though. I noticed it, I took them off, and we are good. It looks like E would have just been a lighter version for some tiny bit of shadowing. It would have been okay even if I didn't notice. That's how I wind up with drills everywhere. Like, how is that drill on me? That's not even the same color I'm working with. Okay. Yeah, we still have some right there. And I think we're going to come back to those because I really want to fill in the bottom more, so we'll come back to that one. Got one in here that does not belong. Getting it out before I get started because that way I don't accidentally pick it up and put it on the color we're working with. Okay, so we're working on these little arrows. Now there's not very many. You know what? That didn't even need a tray because there's only five of those. No, there's some up here. So there's a few, not very many. So maybe we can knock these out of the way and then put another color in this tray. That works for me. So that was it for the bottom. And I don't know if I'm having more of a difficult time with getting my drills on there situated perfectly, because I did, the whole time I've been doing it flat, and then I did angle this, which I think it's better for my neck and my back. But I wonder if that's what's throwing me off, because normally I go straight down and now I'm at an angle, and I think that might be affecting it. But I think that's just a temporary thing till I actually get used to it, because it's definitely, like I said, more comfortable on my neck and on my back. That might have been all of those. I'm looking again. I don't see anything. I was gonna keep these out till I got done with the section, but put that one away, and then we'll have a tray that we can fill in with something else. Okay, and that was the Y that we said we were gonna come back to. Fours. We got a few fours. We don't have very many fours. That's what stinks about when there's not a lot of them. So I think after this 4, we're going to work on, where is it? I was pretty sure I took it out. What did I do with it? It was the desk. What number? 11. I did not take it out. We're going to work on 11 because it looks like there's a lot right here, and at least that will make me feel like I'm filling the section in. Because these 1x1s just doesn't feel like I'm accomplishing. I mean, I know I am, right? But it doesn't feel like I am. So we will do these 4s, and then we'll do that little section. It'll be like we did something. I have been making time to work on the blanket, because I think last time I came on was Friday during the day, and I think I was like at 20 hours. I think I might be at like 15 now. I mean, I don't have an exact, but that's what I'm thinking. So I have moved or gotten some hours out of the way, so that's kind of nice. So if I'm not on here with y'all doing lemon painting, I may be off Jay. Recording. I'm looking, and I think we might have finished this one too. Not really. There's some on the side. So if you happen to be in here during the live where I was telling y'all, and I did the little clip on it too, the little live clip that YT does for you, and about the groundhog. You know, when the two dogs were attacking him, I didn't even know what it was they were attacking. So I didn't see him. That was like 3 weeks ago. So I didn't see him like all that time, and then I seen him a couple days ago. So he is alive, and he was going around doing his little thing, standing up and eating and stuff. So he's alive. I don't know if he's 100% well. I thought I seen him dragging his back right leg, but I couldn't be for sure. And then by the time I got downstairs and closer to him, or closer to where I could see better, he was gone already. So, but who knows? It might have just been the way he was standing up, or the way he was just moving it, and he maybe, it might be fine. But he himself is okay. And so I imagine that if there is something wrong with his leg, that it will heal. But this is a wild animal, right? But I was so excited to see him. Like, he made it, because I thought he went into his hole, and I thought he just went in there to, and then to see him and I kept looking for him daily, and I didn't see him, and then I finally seen him, and I was so excited. He made it. And I haven't seen those dogs. So they probably do belong to someone, and they just, got out. And they're just doing what dogs do, so it's not like... You can't really be all that upset with them, right? You can with the owner, because he should keep them where they belong. But dogs do get out, right? It happens. And they do get out, and they go out and do things like that. But anyway, just happy that he is still alive. And if he's the same one that I've been seeing for years, he is, because I looked up their ages, and I think it said 5 or 6 years. I probably told y'all, I don't remember now, but I think it was like 5 or 6 years. And so we've been seeing him around here for about that long. So he may be that old, or this could be an offspring of the one that we initially had out here. So it can be that too. So I don't know. All right, we're gonna work on this little section in here. It has a few, so we're just gonna try to knock those out so it looks like we've done something. Although it does look like we've done something, not much, but something. Hey Lucy, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing today? I wasn't looking up, I've just been looking at the canvas. So I don't know if you're still here, you probably aren't, but I hope that you have a fabulous day and have had a fabulous week so far. Then Mama Kitty. If y'all remember last, I think it was spring, I posted a short. Well, I was talking about Mama Kitty, but I posted a short of her and some of her kittens and all that. And the kittens are now, they're grown. But I don't know. Oh no, that one doesn't go there. See how easily I get distracted? Like, what? But I don't know if she got into something or if she wasn't like run over because she wasn't squished, but maybe if she got hit by a car or if she was in some kind of, because there's always cat fights going on, if she was in some kind of fight, but she's gone. So that was sad. I mean, she was a wild kitty, right? But she took to us and to the house, so she raised her kitties. At first she started in the woods next to the house, and then basically under our back porch. So that was sad. And her little kittens, that's only it's been within the last month. And so even though her, because the kittens are like a year old now, I think they're looking for mom. Like they come and they go under, because they weren't living under the back porch anymore. They've ventured out and gone on their own way, but they keep coming back. I think that they're looking for her, and who knows? Maybe they don't. Maybe it's just me thinking that way, but. They come down there and they meow. Like, I feel like they think like she's coming back, like she's not here, but we're going to keep coming back and checking. And there was, well, there's two or three that keep coming back. Mainly one, I'm not even sure if it's her kitty because he looks really big compared to the others. But it's mainly two that keep coming back. Which one is like a dark brindled one. And I didn't realize that she had that one. But he's always hanging out with one of the ones that I know that was hers. And so I don't think that they would get along that well if they weren't siblings, because they hang out together a lot. Not all the time, but a lot. But, yeah, so that's pretty sad. I am going to, because that other one that I want to start working on, I'm going to, well, I was sitting here thinking, and the release paper, I was gonna like make a decoration, but then I'm like, it's got like rainbow colors. I'm like, that's gonna take up a lot of ink. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave my release paper just like this one. I mean, I think it'll look cool, but I just don't know that I want to waste that much ink, because it's a big one too. It's like maybe like 2.5 times this size. So I may just use the blank release paper. Because I think if I'm going to use release paper and decorated, I would want them to be like reusable, like with different diamond paintings. And I just, maybe I'll hold off on that thought and not waste ink right now until I figure out exactly what it is that I want to do or should do. Because yes, I would like it to look cool, but at the same time, I don't want to waste. And is it really waste? If I'm going to use it, it's going to look cool, but if it's only going to serve me one time, then yes, I would say it would be waste. So, yeah. I have some floors right there that we worked on earlier. Haha. Hey, welcome in. How are you doing? I've been here. Come on. The last few weeks I came back, but it's been during the daytime. I think I've been on maybe once at nighttime. I can't even remember, but it wasn't for very long. Other than that, I've been just coming on during the day, and come on real quick, do a little bit of crafting and get right off. So I haven't been doing marathons or anything like that. Although today I'm like, I really want to get this painting done, so I think I'm gonna go for a while, and just try to get done, do as much as I can, because there's another project that I want to start, and I was really hoping to have this one done before I started on that one. I mean, I don't think that I would be able to finish this one during a live today, because even if I went live for 10 hours, I would not have, because I have this section I'm working on, and I have this one, and then these three. So there's no way that I would be done today. But I figured while I was working on it, as long as I worked on it, I would stay on. Because I've only worked on this one during lives. So, but how have you been? I was busy, a lot of stuff going on, so I was off of social media for, I think it was like 6 months actually, something like that. And then I just came back a few weeks ago. But I don't have a set schedule, not yet. had available time during the day, which is why I've been coming on during the day. But I don't have my folks, my folks are nighttime folks, or, afternoon and evening folks. And so I don't have folks that come in, not very many. I do have some. I have some loyal folks that do come in. Not that many. I think it started raining. It was really nice and sunny when I started this. I don't think it's raining. I don't know, am I done with that color? I thought I was done with the fours, and I wasn't done with the fours. Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? I gotta do my devotional. Today's devotional is lifting up. I will lift you up, O Lord, for you have lifted me up. You have not let those who hate me stand over me in joy. O Lord my God, I cried to you for help, and you healed me. O Lord, you have brought me up from the grave. You have kept me alive, so that I will not go down into the deep. Sing praise to the Lord, all you who belong to him. Give thanks to his holy name. Psalms 30, 1-4, NLV. It's only right that I should lift you up, Lord, because you've certainly lifted me up. When I first awoke, I wondered what this day would bring. But before my thoughts went too far, I looked to you and into your world. Then I found how you continually help and heal me. You give me new life each and every day. You and your light are what keep me from sliding into the dark abyss. So today, Lord, I'm praising your name, singing songs of love to you. I thank you for always being there, rescuing me when I'm in danger, walking with me through the storms, holding me tight in the night hours, showing me the pathway of life in you. Amen. Hey, Mona, hello, how are you doing? Mona, I watched you yesterday. I didn't chat. I didn't watch all of you. I watched some. I listened to some garden talk. I don't always chat. I think that's it on here. Well, I'm not even really chatting that much today here. I'm just working. I figure I'm going to try to work on this as long as possible. So I've already been here an hour, which has been my limit, 1 to 2 hours here lately because I have so much other stuff to do. But I'm trying to set my mind frame to be here as long as possible so that I can get as much of this as I can. And we'll see. Alright, so I think that one is done. I think I'm going to work, even though it's not one of the colors that we pulled out initially, I think I'm going to work on these hourglass. That looks like a lot. But the thing is that if I do all the ones that look like a lot now, then I wind up with a whole bunch of not a lot later. And I don't like that. So I think I'll stick to the plan. I think we have some 30s. Let's work with that. There's a few here and a few there. People contact me on Instagram, and the only reason I even started using Instagram again was for like when people were sending me links and stuff like that, and I was like on YT, and they'd be like, oh, I sent you something, I could go look. So I don't get on there very often and look. So if y'all reach out to me and it's weeks, that's because I don't get on there very often, because I find that when I do get on there, I lose so much time because there's so much to see that I scroll and I scroll and I scroll, and my hours are gone. And I'm like, how did that even happen? So yeah, like a year or a year and a half or 2 years ago or something like that, I stopped going on there regularly. Like that was one of the things that I did was, in the morning, well, really a lot throughout the day, but I'd start my day out by just scrolling, and I realized I was just spending way too much time on there, and so I slowly stepped away from it. And so even now when I go just to see if there's if somebody sent me a message or something, I wind up scrolling. I try not to, but it's there, right? So I try to just stay away from it. So it's not that I'm ignoring you or that I don't love you. It's just that I don't love what it makes me do by spending hours on there. What else y'all want to talk about? I mean, y'all can tell me something. Tell me something. My stickers. So the stickers... I crack myself up. I really do. So the stickers that I made yesterday were like Bible verses. I only made 2 sheets, but I like them, and I would show them to y'all, and I want to show them to y'all, but at the same time, I'm like, you gotta work on this. Don't get distracted, because I told y'all, I will find 1,000 ways to distract. Well, I don't try to distract myself. My brain does it. Just finds other things to do. Like, y'all, I will start cleaning, and I will start cleaning in one room, right? So, and I'm laughing because this is recently, because I was like, I'm gonna spring clean, right? I mean, it's later in spring, but still spring. And I'm like, I'm going to spring clean, and I will start in one room and then I'll be like, oh, I forgot this. Let me go get it. And then I will go to another room to get whatever it is that I went, and I see something there, and then I'll be there for however long, and then I'll be like, oh, I forget about the first room, and I'll be like, oh, what about this? Let's put this in that other room, and I'll go into that room. Y'all, and I will spiral like that. I never make it back to the first room. So yeah, that's my brain. That's my brain. So then I'm like, okay, I have to get everything that I'm gonna need. So I try to make myself a mental list of everything that I'm gonna need in that room, so that I don't have to step away from the room, so that I can do it. And that seems to be okay. As long as I don't leave. Well, even when I'm in that room though, doing whatever, then I'll venture off a little bit, but if I don't leave the room, I'm okay. For the most part. But if I get a text or I get a notification or something like that, and even if I'm in that room, who knows when I'll come back to whatever I started out with. It's something. It's a challenge, that's for sure. It is a challenge. I didn't used to be like that though. I used to be so focused. So focused. Those days are long gone. Hey Annie, welcome in. Oh no, not really. I have this square and then I have four more squares. So I am over halfway done, but I have a lot more to go. How are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping in. Variety. I don't know why you're not in blue. There you go. And if you don't want it, just tell me and I can remove it. Maybe because I've been gone so long. I don't know. I did notice after I came back, I had like a blue on so many channels. And I don't no more. And some people say YT removes them, but I don't know. Maybe just people remove them. They don't see you for a while and they're like, that person's not trustworthy anymore, or that person is gone. They're not coming back. So I don't know. You haven't done Variety. You have not done your forest creature. I haven't done forest creature either. I have not done any of those today. Let's do forest. What will I get? What will I get? Oh, my computer is so hot. I got a coyote. I don't want a coyote. I'm going again. You're welcome. I got a butterfly. I'm okay with a butterfly. You might get an elephant. What are you gonna get? Try it, try it, try it. Annie, I don't know how you win money on those games because I went to that and I downloaded it and I picked 2 games. I picked the crime game. It starts with a J. I don't remember. And then I picked maybe some form of a Tetris game. But then they want you to like make purchases. Like you can only like make money if you buy something. And I'm like, well, you're wanting me to buy something this much, but I'm gonna make less than that. So that's you making money off of me instead of me making money off of you. So, and then of course I go through all my lives and then I have to wait however many hours to play again unless, I spend money and buy, which the one crime game I like playing. I don't always play it, but I've played it for a few years, which is the one, where you look for like a crime has occurred and then you look for like, the knife or the umbrella or whatever, and you just click it and it's like times or stuff. So I played that game for a while. I obviously don't understand all the rules of the game because I lose all my lives. So I feel like I could probably play that game for a whole year and still not make anything. And I did do some of the surveys, and so I did make like I think like $2 or $3 on the surveys. But yeah, so I did try it. I don't know that I would rather do the games than the survey because I like the games, don't really care for the surveys, but I haven't made a penny on the games. I used to do Can You Escape games. A friend got me into them. Oh, you did do it. I guess I missed it. Variety. You got a deer. Well, deer's okay, right? I missed it. Who knows what else I missed then while I was looking down. Mona, did you get done with your diamond painting? My brain is lacking so much focus today that I have to keep looking at my container to see what shape I'm working on. It happens. I mean, I always have to do that, but not like as much as I'm having to do it today. I don't know why, because I got a good night's sleep yesterday. I hadn't the few days before, but yesterday I did. Or last night. to take about 2 weeks to finish. It's almost as big as my oh wow. I'm trying to finish this one so that I can start my other one, the one that I just got. But I am not quick at them, so which is why today, normally, like I've only been coming on for like an hour, maybe 2. I think I've done a couple hours a few times. But other than that, it's just been like 1 quick hour. But today, I'm like, I may be on here for a while just so that I could try to get as much as I can done on this one so that I can start working on the other one. I feel like I'm going to have to work on the other one before finishing this one, but I really don't want to do that. I really want to finish this one. As big as your table. That new one that I got, that one's a big one. It's I already forgot the size. Because this one is a 15.8 by 12.1, which I think is one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one that I've worked on. Everything else has been, I believe, smaller than that. So I said 15.8 by 12.1, and this next one is 23.6 by 31.5. So we're going from 15.8 to 23.6 or 26 point, no, the picture itself, 23.6. And then from 12.1 to 31.5. So you're talking almost, it's probably like 2.5 times as big from this one, which is the biggest one I've done so far. So I think it's the biggest one. I could be a little off, but I know most of them are like the 12 by 12 or 11 by 11 or whatever. So that one is going to take me a while. I don't know if I finished these or not. There's some right there. There's some right here. Dear. Well, thank you for saying that, because I wasn't sure if y'all could hear or not, and I asked a few times but nobody answered. So because I could put it up, I could turn it down, it doesn't matter. I haven't been doing, I've been, well, the last few minutes I've probably been more chatty, but I wasn't very chatty because I'm just trying to focus on doing this, and I'm like, I could just blow up the music and just sit here and do this and not say a word, or if I did say a word, y'all wouldn't hear me, which is fine. Can you escape? I don't think I've ever played that one. Let's see, greetings, Forest. Oh, you got a robin. few weeks to finish. It's almost big as the table. See, like this one I've only worked on during lives, and I don't know how many lives it's been, but I still have so much to go. Being mall today. Oh, you're expecting UPS. What are you getting? Some things you just can't rush through. Yeah. Jokes. Someone asked me to name 2 structures that hold water. I said, well, damn. Sometimes the jokes are funny. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're lacking, but all right, so we finished that one. We're gonna go with this symbol. There's not very many of those. Not very many at all. Normally I drink my coffee iced. I made it this morning, and I guess I didn't put enough ice in there because it is not iced. It's not hot. It's not iced. So I haven't enjoyed it as much as I normally do. Although I am feeling pretty chilly. Alright, I think that was it for that shape. Nope, there's 3 right there. Nope, and there's a whole bunch right here. Okay, take that back. I think I'm going to open the chat on my phone down here where I don't have to keep looking away. And I can see it. Getting a binder and some 8x10 photo pages. What are you going to be storing up? I'm trying to think where I can put the phone that it's going to not be in the way, and then I'm going to be able to see easily. Let's try it right here and see what that does. Hey Fatima, thank you for being here. Welcome in. How are you doing? How big is your binder? You know, they have binders at the dollar store. I don't think have I bought any? I don't know what the quality would be. You know, because most of the things are cheaper on Amazon, but some things are not. Not that you're worried about that, but I'm always thinking about where I can save. You know, I'm all about saving. That's just me, though. I can't help it. That's just the way my brain thinks. All right, I think we are done with that color right now. Looks, Fatima says, well, it looking beautiful. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you're doing good. I don't know if you watched, I can't remember, you probably did, but the video that I posted this weekend, I think it was. And so I got that one in, and so I want to hurry up and finish this one so that I can start working on that one. All right, we got some teas. Let's work on these. See, I told y'all, like, what? It hasn't even been 5 minutes, I think, where I'm like, I'm a little chilly. Now I'm hot. It's my life story, y'all. It's my life story. If you know, you know. And if you don't, you're lucky. Which binder? The one I'm getting? Yeah. What are you getting ready to do with it? You know, I always have the questions. You don't have to answer. I just ask them. Holds 90 pages. Going to start collecting autographs, horror and non-horror ones. Cool. Is that the image that you were holding? Was that on Insta? Was that an autograph that you I didn't stay on there very long. Like I said, I don't like to stay on there. But is that what that was? I used to like horror films. I don't anymore. I really stink when it comes to like movies and TV and stuff like that, because I will watch a whole movie and then I won't remember much of it. I mean, like, I can watch a movie over and over again because it's like I've never seen it. I don't know why. I mean, I'll remember like little bits and pieces, but not very much. So like if I watch a movie and I'm gonna get quizzed on it, I'm gonna fail. It doesn't matter if I just finished watching it, I'm gonna fail. And I used to think it's because, like before, you know, when I watched a movie, well, even now sometimes, but you know, I'll sit down to watch a movie and then I won't pause and I'll get, you know, I'll remember I have to do something, you know, and then I'll go to do that something, and then, you know, it might be 15, 20 minutes before I get back, and then I'll watch it for a few minutes and then I take off to do something else. And so I used to think that that was the reason, because I'm like, well, I'm sitting down to watch it, but I'm not really watching it, therefore I'm not remembering it, right? But I have sat down and made myself sit down for the whole time, or actually pause it if I have to stand up to go do something, and I still don't remember. So now, you know, like if we sit down to watch a movie now, a lot of times I'm crafting on the side or doing something else, because I'm like, you know, if we're watching a 2-hour movie and I'm not going to remember, that's just a waste of my time. That's just time that I'm never going to get back. And so, you know, but I understand that Hubs wants to watch a movie and that we should share the time. So I'll sit there and I'll watch it, and, or, you know, listen, be in the same area, and I'll craft. And then I do sit and watch some things because I figure it's something that I want to see. Like, I really enjoy true crime, and I'm like, even if I'm not going to remember it, I'm going to enjoy it while I'm watching it, right? So there are some like that. I got you spooked by horror in the high desert. That was something, right? But did you see where they have like multiple of them? So like not the same one, but along that line, they have several other ones. Now I didn't watch them because they, on whatever streaming service it was, they weren't free. they were charging, so I didn't click on them to watch. But I'm like they're probably good, that's what I'm thinking. They're probably good because that was something. See, you remember the name, I didn't remember the name of that. But when I was thinking just a little bit ago where I'm like, I don't really like horror movies anymore, that's kind of what popped in my mind, because that was pretty darn scary. Didn't like that. I mean, I kind of liked it, but it was scary. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to watch all the other ones, but then they wanted to charge me, and I was like, oh, I don't want to pay for them. And who knows? I will probably give in and pay for them at some point when I feel like watching something scary. Or I could just watch something scary for free. But it's not very often that I want to watch something scary. Now, every once in a while, I will want to watch something sad. But most of the time, I just want to watch something funny. Cubs is like, you always want to watch funny. There's not enough funny. I'm like, yeah, there is. If I'm going to watch something, I want to laugh. Lucy. Lucy just pops in, leaving her unicorn in rainbows. Adding color to my chat. It is nice coming back though and getting to chat with some of my friends. This is why I'm I don't know how long it's going to take, because here we are over an hour and a half, and we're not even, I don't even think we're halfway done with this square.
And I mean, I've looked away from the square a few times, but not for long. So I feel like I should be a lot further along
than what I am.
I'm gonna put in a joke and see what it gives. What joke it gives me.
Not sure it's taking its time. It's not doing anything.
I think we did the capital A's and we did the Y's. So we did the colors that we took out. So now we have to get more. So I'm gonna take out the 2 and the 4. There's just a few of those. The 4 we just missed. Wait. I missed 2 little, no, there's some up there too. So I missed like 5 little pieces. Get those out of the way. All right, that was the 4s that we missed. And then it looks like there's a few 2s.
Did it give me a joke? What has ears but cannot hear? A field of corn.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like that one, not funny. But the one you got, that was funny.
Let's clip it so it'll stop moving on me.
So is anyone crafting along with me? What are y'all doing?
If you sit down, push, and only a little poop comes out. You have what doctors call a poop pull. The Mayo Clinic confirms that
I have an ad coming in through somewhere. Hang on.
You see, when a poop pull
Okay, y'all know I'm always like supporting folks. So I always have people, I have like so many tabs open and I have people. So it took me a minute to find out where the ad was coming from. He says, you're back. You see that cheesy joke I got?
you're doing some cleaning and cooking. I gotta do that too. Try not to think about it though. I do have to do cooking, cleaning. Well, you know what? I was gonna say cleaning is like an everyday thing, but you know what? So is cooking, at least around here. Do you find any time to craft, Fatima? I know sometimes it's hard. I know, I really do know it is. Sometimes I just don't find the time. I've been doing pretty good here lately though. I've been finding a few days to spend with y'all in actual craft. So that's been nice. Thank you for answering too. Are you cooking lunch or are you cooking for dinner time? I like meal prepping, so I like cooking like I don't know, 1 to 3 meals. I didn't do this week. I don't always do it. I try, but I don't always do it. I used to always do it, but then I started slacking. I continue to slack, but I would like to, like one or sometimes 3, right, for a variety. But most of the time, like two meals, and then it would be, we would have like lunch and dinner at those meals. Like most of the time, if it was 2 meals, it was like dinner. But if it's 3 meals, then it's like lunch and dinner, and then you just rotate them. And so what I would do is like for keep some out in the fridge and then freeze the other. And then, when we get done that night with whatever was in the fridge, then I take the freezer stuff out the night before for the next day, and we would just have different meals. And so out of those 3 meals, we could eat all week long, and all I had to do was warm up the meals as opposed to having to think about what I was going to cook and cooking a whole, all the meals, which was really nice. So, you cook for that one day, however long it takes you, but after that, you don't have to cook. Or even, it's not even the cooking part. It's like the thinking of like, oh, what are we going to have for dinner? What am I going to make for dinner? What sounds good tonight? What sounds... And so you don't have to worry about that because it's already done for you. You know what you're going to have. You got 2 or 3 choices. All you got to do is pick. And most of the time you pick whatever you didn't have yesterday or whatever you didn't have for lunch. But I don't do that as often anymore. I did make some cabbage soup, and I don't know when that was. I think that was last week. And so I made a whole bunch of it, so I had leftovers. So that did feed us for like 3 or 4 days. We didn't eat it 3 or 4 days straight, but so there was a few days that I was like, oh, I don't have to cook today. We can just have leftovers. I like cooking big meals too, though, like big amounts. So most of the time I'm going to have leftovers. Anyway. And Mona says, I'm multitasking. Today going to make beef stew for dinner. That sounds yummy. I was getting some lunch. Dinner time, always a big pot. You cook for 7. Wow. Sometimes 5. So even though you have a big pot, you probably cooking for 7 or 5, you probably don't have very many leftovers, do you? You might, I guess, depending on how big that pot is. I cook like I'm cooking for 5, even 7 sometimes, but I'm not. Still just watching Unsolved Mysteries. Let's grab her stuff. Let's see what the age is. Oh, we missed some Y's. I got some right here. Okay, I think this is where the one I was like, no, we're gonna go work on something else. We'll go back to the Y's. I love eating breakfast for dinner. I was just trying to come up with what I want to make. My brain went to breakfast, but I don't know. I've been wanting chili for a while, so maybe I'll do some chili. I know some people don't do chili if it's hot out. Or soups. We don't care. Yeah, if you want to drop your link, do what Variety did and type in #connect, and Nightbot will drop your link for you. Y'all connect with each other, support each other. I only got a couple more sips of coffee. Standing up and stretching for a minute because I've been sitting for a while. You know, as you age, well, I don't know if it's true for everyone, but what I'm finding is as I age, my body does not appreciate doing anything for a long time. So sitting, I have to get up and stretch or it'll get stiff and hurt. If I'm standing, it doesn't like to stand for a long time either. I have to sit and get the weight off my joints. Although my joints are irritated since I stopped eating the keto, since I took a break from it, my joints are inflamed and screaming at me. My body is like, all right, Jackie, you had your time, you played, now let's go back. Let's get serious. Okay. I'm not 100% ready for that yet. But yeah, my joints, my bones, they're inflamed. That's what's wrong with them right now. And it's all the processed junk that I'm putting into my body. My body doesn't appreciate it. Most bodies don't. And so even though it causes all that, it just tastes so yummy that I'm not ready. I am not ready to give up my food again. Sounds like you're describing me too. You're young though. I guess it doesn't matter, right? I guess an age really doesn't matter. For me, it like it didn't bother me before, but now it sounds like somebody's cutting down a tree. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I see nothing. Alright, I don't see whatever's going on, but there's a truck and a trailer out there, so there is something going on. I just don't see it. I want to see it though. It's not. It's just somebody cutting grass. It's not the regular lawnmower though, so it sounded different. Alright. Oh yeah, I was talking about stiff joints. Yeah. But yeah, with the way I was eating, with the keto eating, my joints were doing so much better. So much better. But it doesn't take long before you start putting processed food back in your body and stuff. It does not take long for your body to get inflamed, those joints to get inflamed, and the pain to start up again, you know. But sometimes we make choices, not the best choices. Sometimes we make choices like, I want to eat junk, I want to eat processed food, and I'm going to suffer for it. And that's fine. I'm an adult, right? I can do that. And eventually I'll get tired of it, and I'll go back to the other. Cubs, on the other hand, does not get tempted. You know, I'll eat my processed unhealthy stuff, and he continues. So most days I'm making 2 different meals because, you know, he's still doing the keto, and then I'm eating whatever I want. I mean, I know I'll get back to it. And I'm trying slowly, you know, I'm trying slowly, but I'm not there. And I keep having setbacks, you know, like I think, okay, I know I'm going slow, but I'm doing this, and then I'll be like, I'll revert back and have something that, you know, I was said I'm not going to have. It's fine. Still safe, yeah. You got another robin. That's 2 robins in a row. We got the big E's here. Where do we have big E's?
I kept these out, but I don't see. I think those were done, so we can put those away. I mean, it would be nice if you got one of the scarier animals. That way, you know, I would get a story. Alright, but we're gonna work. There's a few ones, so I'm gonna work on ones because I don't have to look for it. There it is. Gee, thanks. I've had fun with those stories. That was a lot of laughter. Creative mind. Lucy, thank you for the hearts and the rainbows. I didn't get a unicorn this time. With not using my garden like I normally do, because I normally do my square foot gardening, so I could grow a lot of food in a square foot, but because of all the weeds and everything, and me not wanting to deal, which I'm having to deal with anyway, but planting in the bags and the boxes, I'm growing a lot less than what I normally grow. I'm not thrilled about that. I like growing a lot of food, but I was able to plant so much less in the, in the bags and in the boxes. And still, I haven't figured out what I'm going to wind up doing with the garden section, because we were going to lift everything and then just, you know,
dig off the first couple of inches or till it, and then put the landscaping material down and try it. But it's so much to do because we have T-posts, and so like all the T-posts would have to get removed, all the dirt and all the beds would have to get removed, the beds would have to get removed. And yeah, we have some metal beds, but when we started off with cinder block or cement block beds, and so that's a lot of cement blocks to move and a lot of dirt to move, and it's just so much work that I just don't want to do it. And then, because I'm like, we're gonna do all that, and I feel like we're gonna get the weeds again. Like, they're just relentless. They're so strong. They're just gonna, like, I feel like they're just gonna keep coming back. And then I'm like, that's gonna just be such a huge waste of effort and time. And so I'm trying to come up with something less time consuming that will work. And I just don't know what that is. But something has to give, because I can't keep fighting with these weeds. And no, I'm not going to put harsh chemicals in my garden to get rid of them. I'm not going to do that. You know, and I know I told you I'm thinking about like the greenhouse, but I just don't think the greenhouse would look, you know, like with I can't plant in the backyard because of all the trees. There's not enough sun. So, and I don't want a greenhouse in the front yard or in the side yard. I mean, I guess I should stop worrying like what it looks like, but I don't know. Like it would be more like a high tunnel than like one of those fancy like glass greenhouses and stuff you see. Like that would be pretty cool. That would look nice, but that also is very costly, so that's not going to happen. You know, I grow food not for it to look nice. I grow food to feed the family, so it doesn't make sense to spend a whole bunch of money on a greenhouse, on a pretty greenhouse, when we can just do a high tunnel and it's going to produce the food. So yeah, so I just don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with it. I had a lot of fun gardening before. I still had to deal with weeds, but it was not like this. It's gone to a point where it's just, I don't want to deal. We're still going to finish growing our food this year, and then we'll go from there. You know what I need to do? I need to do the member thing. For all of my members, thank you so much
for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're not a member, that's okay. I appreciate you being here with me and spending your time with me. I appreciate all of your support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And there, let's see, we did memberships. Oh, look, Variety, you got a membership. Yay. Kayak Koholek received a membership. Crochet Loving Lini received a membership. Lola Rick, or Rick, and Girl Mama. So congratulations to all the new members. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So now you could do like the member emojis. Yay. Tell you the truth, I only know like or remember 2 of the people on there. But that's what YT does. She can't do anything about it. Alright. Got that done. We go back. So easily distracted. Squirrel. So I didn't know how far we were going to get in, but I'm like, man, I want to finish at least this box. But I just don't know that I can do it at one sitting. I don't know. I think we just got done working with the T's, and there it is. I missed one. That's to be expected, though. I do that every single time. I don't think many of us do it. Stop being so hard on yourself, Jackie. So we did it. Since we went another hour, I think I'm going to do another devotional because we're here. You're very welcome. So, devotional. Moving in. Plus, when I did the other devotional, there wasn't very many people in here. So, moving in. I'm in my Father, and you're in me, and I'm in you. The person who knows my commandments and keeps them, that's who loves me. And the person who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and make myself plain to him. If anyone loves me, he will carefully keep my word, and my Father will love him. We'll move right into the neighborhood. John 14, 20, 21, 23 MSG. I have a sense of peace within me each time I think of you, Jesus. I feel so complete knowing you are in God, I'm in you, and you're in me. Because that means that no matter where I am or what I'm doing, I'm never alone. I always have someone with me who can give me wisdom, lift me up, shelter me from harm, and love me like no other. The last on that list is the most important, Lord, because this world can be such a loveless, unforgiving place. Fortunately for me, Lord, you loved me before I even knew you. That's a love to treasure, to count on, to rest in. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Why can't you use beef stew as a password? Because it's not strong enough. Why you get funny jokes? That's a good one. Let's see, let's do a quotes and let's see what we get. Let's see, I think I finished all those C's. Some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. Michael Jordan. Some try to make it happen and just struggle. Where's that one? Because the struggle is real. Alright, so we picked these little ones over here. Alrighty, use your emojis. You got emojis now that you could use. I know, I would be moving maybe faster if I was doing a multi-placer, but I feel because I have to straighten them out and then it doesn't pick them all up like I needed to pick it up, I feel like I actually move faster with the single placer, but I'm not 100% sure because I haven't timed myself. So it may, even with those little kinks of not being able to pick them all up and having to straighten them up, maybe it does save time. Even with all that, maybe it does save time over the single placing. But like I said, I haven't timed myself, so I don't know. I just feel like I accomplished more with the single placer. But I'm sure if I was good at the multi-placer, I would definitely 100% be quicker. I just don't spend a lot of time perfecting it, with the multi-placer, because I don't like having to straighten things out and I don't like having to go into my tray more than once to actually get what I need. So I don't spend enough time trying to get better at it. I'm sure if I did, I probably would be better by now and I'd be pretty fast. But then if I was really good at the multi-placer, then I'd want to use it all the time, and then I'd probably go through way too many diamond paintings. So we can't have it all, can we?
There you go. Yay! Alright, do we have any more of these? I think that was it of that color. No, there's one. Oh, there's more. No, there's more up top. Glad I'm finding them now, though, before I actually put the drills back in the container. Let's do 46. 46. Thank you for being here with me. But if you cannot, I understand as well. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Because, like I said, I'm gonna try to. I didn't know how far I was gonna get, but I am going to try to at least finish this square, and that's gonna be a while. So if you gotta go, just you do what you gotta do. Even though that's what I'm gonna try to do, but then I look at it and stop and I actually look at it and I'm like, you're not gonna do that, Jackie. There's no way. You'd have to sit here. That looks to me like, I don't know, I'm not good at that, but that looks to me like at least another hour and a half, maybe. It could be a little less, it could be a little more, but I don't think I can sit here. You know, I had one of those like work desk table. Well, not like the whole desk, but it was like, I don't know, it was bigger than this light board. And it was hefty and it would raise up, and so like I could stand and work, right? And I'm like, I gave it away, but I'm like, I sure could use that right now, right? So I could just stand and work. Because obviously on here, I can't stand and work. I mean, I could, but I'd be all leaned over, you know, slouched over, trying to get the drills in there. But if I still had that, I gave it to someone who had a lot more use for it than I did. When I initially got it, I had a lot of use for it. But then I could do this. I could stand up, I could sit down, I could, you know, instead of just having to sit. Okay, he says, okay, here we go. Let's do, ooh, you got a tiger. Let's see. On the screen, I see like that white dot right there. Y'all see that? But I guess that's just like a shimmer on the drill because there's no space there. Because I was like, what is that big space? But it's not. I got a robin. What is it with the robins? I got those in the backyard. Like, no, give me something. Watch it give me a squirrel. Oh, I got a fox. There we go. We have a tiger and a fox. We have a tiger and a fox. We have a tiger and a fox. Okay, let's pick out capital N. Hey Regina, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing? Give you some hearts. Give hearts to everyone else that came in and I didn't get hearts to. Because I've been distracted, right? Super distracted. I said let's do N, right? Capital N's, I think is what I said. I'm looking for them. I don't see them. There's only a few of those.
those. Lazy today. That's okay. Sometimes we need those days, don't we? Just to refresh, re-energize. Okay, I just had the last sip of coffee. So I am going to have to, I am going to have to make coffee. So I think I'm going to do another color and then I'm going to put on my little break screen to go make coffee. The heart doesn't look like there's very many of those. But we have open hearts or empty hearts and full hearts. So we're going to do the empty, which is 66. If you want to drop your link, type in hashtag connect and Nightbot will drop your link for you. And let's see. Let's make some people blue. How about that? Like Annie will say, welcome to the Smurfs. Welcome to the Smurfs. That was all of those. That's a pretty blue. I mean, the camera really doesn't do it. It's pretty. And it's got little shimmer all over it. It probably has another name, but I don't know all the terminology for diamond painting. I just know I enjoy doing it. You're welcome. Alright, I don't know if I should put the screen, my going away screen, or if I should just leave it on here. It's been so long, I don't even know if I remember how to get there. So if I go to, let's see, I think it's that. So we go back to that, and then that's going to take me longer than it's going to take me to get a cup of coffee. Give me a couple of minutes. If y'all have to go get you a drink, a snack, use the restroom, go do that, and I will be back in 2 to 3 minutes. That took me longer than 3 minutes, I think. But I didn't realize I needed a restroom break till I actually stood up. And then I was like, okay, we'll go ahead and take care of this as well while we're here. Hey girl mama, welcome in. That makes me well over 100 years old. What are we talking about? What did I miss? Jackie, I am on my way back into my doctor's appointment, but I just got a notification that you gifted me a channel membership. I'm so honored. Thank you so much. I wish I could watch. Yeah, thank you, darling. I have to go. I'm gonna be late. Hugs and kisses. Be back to rewatch. Happy Wednesday. Today's my daughter's 29th birthday. That makes me well over 100. Talk soon. She used her emojis. Thank you, Regina. Regina says, Jackie, beautiful picture, diamond painting. I am rushing, Regina. Normally, I've only been coming on here for an hour, maybe 2. I guess I lost some folks while I got up. Oh, sorry. But because of the new one I got, I'm trying to finish this one. And so I came on today, and I'm like, I was going to do as much as I could, right, on it. And I started with this little square, and that's how far we've gotten, though. So there's still a lot to go. And so I'm like, probably for this sitting, I'm probably just going to try to finish this square. That's what I'm going to try to do. I was hoping that I would have a lot more done, but that's not going to happen. That is just not going to happen. Let's see, 21. This morning's coffee didn't have collagen in it. Because of my intermittent fasting. But now it's in the afternoon, so I added some of my collagen to this one. I was hoping with the tiger and the fox we would get a funny story, but we didn't. That felt good though after, I know I did that little stretch right here at the desk though, but that felt good to move all around
the house after sitting down for over 2 hours. So that was nice. Oh, look at me, I put that one backwards. Oh. So I have a couple there and a few there, and then that's it for those. Good plan. Thank you. Yeah, I really did think I was gonna get more done. I don't time my stuff, so I never know how long one of these is gonna take. But for some reason I was thinking I was gonna be able to do more than one square. But it doesn't look like it after sitting here and doing it. Because you figure right now I'm at 3 hours. And I know some people are really quick at this, but I am not. And so I am at 3 hours. And I mean, yeah, there has been, stepped away for a few minutes. I stood up and stretched for a minute or so. And then, with the chat. But I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna, it's just 3 hours and I'm not even done. So it's like, how much more is here? Is there an hour left? Is there an hour and a half left? I have no idea. So we are going to work on these little diamonds, which is number 15. Yeah, so this one is a DAC, a Diamond Art Club one, and it's called Apex of Fate by Chuck Pinson. So that's what that one is. And so see, I started at 4:29, which was during a live, but then there was a week and a half that I didn't do lives. And so it's just been, I started at 4:29, but only during live, so not like working on it on my own or anything like that. And that's what we have. Seems like a long time, doesn't it? See, I was working on the empty hearts, and there's empty hearts right there, and I missed them. But we're on to the diamonds now. A lot of confetti makes it slower. It sure does, doesn't it? How's your garden? It's okay. So many weeds. I was just saying a little while ago, I'm just so tired of fighting the weeds. And trying to come up with something different to do out there. Because they're not just like little weeds that you can just, pull. They are like, you start pulling here and it just goes along the bed all under. And so when you pull, you're pulling everything else that you have planted there. And so, that's problematic. Because then you're hurting your own stuff. But that's what I'm dealing with. But I mean, we are getting to harvest some stuff. I've been cooking with harvested, vegetables. And in our yogurt, we've gotten to put, strawberries and blueberries and blackberries. So that's nice. I went down there. I was in a rush to make my coffee. I didn't put my stevia in there. Does not taste good. That does not taste good. So there's a lot of other things that I want to put in the garden, but I've kind of run out of room because normally I do square foot gardening and I can plant a lot of stuff in one square. But now, because of trying to avoid the weeds and all that, I have planted, still using that same space, but my things are a lot of them. There's still some that are in the ground, but a lot of them are in bags or boxes, grow bags or boxes. And that's taking up a lot more room than what I'm actually being able to grow. So it's definitely not going to produce like it has in the past. But it's producing. It could be a lot better. But it could also be a lot worse, so we're good. It sounds ridiculous that I tighten the cap back on these, but if I don't, I spill them and then they go all over the place. So I think I'd rather just put the cap on, and so if it falls, they're not gonna go everywhere. So even though it seems like a waste of time, it really isn't. It's really saving me time. They don't always drop, but they do. And when they do, it's pain. That was all of those. You tried one garden, nope. I get it. They can be very challenging, but they're also so rewarding. I started gardening, I think this is my 6th or my 7th. I think this is my 7th year. And I mean, I'm continuously learning. There's so much to learn. So very much to learn. All right, I think I'm gonna go over that empty heart and finish those that I missed. I normally leave it to the end, but I want to just do them because that was such a pretty color. So yeah, and it can be time consuming. It's a lot of work, but it is rewarding. The last few times I've gone out there though, my back has just, it's really been bothering my back. But you know, you gotta keep at it. Alright, let's find that shape. 26. Seems to be a lot of that little part in there. So yeah, so that's mainly what we're going to be doing this weekend is working in the garden and in the yard, just like trying to clean some stuff up. You know, we have privet. I don't know if you're familiar with the privet, but that thing grows like crazy. It was here before we were, and we cut it down every other year. We were doing it every year, but it's like we can deal with it some, so let's just do it every other year. And so that's what we've been doing. But it won't ever go away. So I mean, unless you put like some major stuff on it that I won't put in my garden. So, but what I was reading is that if you keep cutting it, that obviously not every other year, right? Because it builds up its strength back up. But if you keep cutting it, that it won't. It'll eventually use up all of its stored energy, like within the roots and stuff, that it won't come back. So I don't know how often that is. Initially, I was thinking like weekly, kind of like when you cut grass, you know. But I'm thinking that's probably too much. So I think maybe when like a new branch or, you know, some form of life is starting to come out of it, I think if we get rid of that and keep doing it though, they say you gotta do that for like 3 years. That seems like a long time, but as much as we've been cutting it all these years, 3 years is really nothing if it's actually gonna get rid of it. And I mean, yeah, it does provide privacy, you know, so that part of it is nice, but the part of it that's not nice is that it just keeps growing, you know, it just keeps growing, and it'll come back from nothing, you know, from a little piece. So like you cut down and you leave, you know, let's say a little piece like this will then create a huge, you know,
I don't know how tall they grow, but they're tall, like they're over 10 feet, and wide, and it's just, so every time we cut it, we have to take all the little pieces and stuff like that and make sure that we get rid of them, burn them so that they don't keep coming back. So we'll be doing some of that this weekend as well. I mean, we've already done some, got rid of quite a lot, but there's still a lot more to go. But sometimes I do tell myself, like, oh, I'm not going to garden anymore. I've been telling myself that for like, I think the last 2 years, but I still do it. I mean, I enjoy most of it. I do enjoy most of it. I just really, I don't like dealing with the weeds. And I mean, I know that that's a thing. You're always going to have to deal with the weeds, but these weeds are something else. Like, I don't mind the little ones that you just pull out, but these are coming from like deep in the ground. And then that's just the weeds. Let's not even get started on the bugs. I was telling y'all last week I had only seen like one of those four-legged whatever bugs. I don't remember the name of it now, but I was out there in the garden working. I saw some more of them. They were on one of my apple trees. I'm like, no, go away. Like, they just suck all the nutrients out of your plants and leave you like just a skeleton, I'm like, no, nobody has time for you. So based on the time, I think maybe a square takes me 4 hours. That seems like a lot. I mean, give or take a little bit, you know, because of looking at the chat and like the moving around that I did and stuff. But I mean, I'm not there yet, so it may even be longer than that. But that's a lot. But yeah, like Regina said, with the confetti, it does take longer. So, you know, if you work on a square that doesn't have all of this all over the place, then you could potentially finish it much quicker. Oh, good thing I had one twist on that. Did y'all hear that? That just dropped, but thankfully I had a twist, so I didn't spill any. That happens when I try to rush through things, though. Little accidents happen. Little accidents. Alright, let's knock some of these off. Like, I'm sitting here doing this, but I'm like, you got this to do, you got that to do, like, you need to get up, like, you need to this, and it's like, trying to just quiet my mind, like, stop it. Stop it. Enjoy your time here. Stop thinking about other things. Which normally, I said this recently, is the diamond painting would help me with that, but for some reason, the last few times, it's not, and I don't know if it's the diamond painting, or I don't know if it's just that there is so much going on in my brain that the diamond painting can't just quiet it all, you know, it can only quiet some. I don't know, which is one of the reasons I like to do it, because when I'm doing it, my brain is not all over the place, right? But the last few times, it hasn't done that for me. Well, I mean, you know, you also make beautiful paintings, right? So that's part of it too. But alright, that color is done. At least I think it is. Is there probably more? Absolutely. There probably is. Alright, let's work on the H27. Hey, Share Bear, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing? Need to give you a heart. I forget when people come in though, but right then I remembered. Thank you for coming in. I'm just here racing against myself, trying to finish this square so that I feel like I've accomplished something. Talking about weeds and bugs in the garden. It's that kind of thing. Really just letting the music play for most of it. I say that, but I feel like I've been very chatty.
I feel like I'm doing like a marathon, you know. I haven't gone on this long for a while. It just feels like a marathon. And I mean, marathons are nice if you are prepared for them, right? It looks like we're moving along nicely though. Let's do the full diamonds now. That's 25. No, yeah, 25. I'm really rushing here to try to get it in by the 4-hour mark. Can I do it? I don't know. I think those are all the diamonds right there. Getting closer, getting closer. Yay. Oh, there's some that I messed up there from the last color we worked on. It wasn't the last color we worked on. It was a few colors ago because that was the diamonds and the H's, and that is. Where is that one? That's 14. Alright, that was it on those.
see the arrows. Let's do the pause. That's 17. And then the full hearts are what? 32. Getting ahead of myself here. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're gonna make a mistake. You're gonna make a mistake. So that next diamond painting that I'm going to work on is too big, so I'm not going to be able to use this stand, I don't think. I mean, I guess I could. I feel like it might crease. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to work flat on the desk. Let's see, down arrow. Okay, let's do the full heart that I picked out. Where are they? There's just a few right there. See, it takes longer to get the container, open the container, put your drills in the tray, and then get your trays and put the drills back in here than it does to actually get your drills and put them on the canvas. And that's something. I did look at those trays. That Regina, Star, and Joan were talking about. I looked at them, but I feel like they might be too small. Like, I'm used to working with like this big, and so I mean that's, you know, that's my hand. That's how big that is, and I think those trays are probably like maybe like half of this. Like, I have these are my favorite ones. Like, my favorite one is this one, but I have these. And I think those might be like half that size, and I think that might be too small. I mean, I like the idea of them, you know, they are your containers, so if I pull this out, I just open the lid and I could work right from there, but I don't know that I could work from something that small. And then I did see they had like what they called extra large, and I didn't actually look at the size because they were like double the price, and I was like, I'm not spending that much on that. So I'll probably have to like go in and watch some videos and reviews and like actually see it in action, like the bigger ones. I'm pretty sure I can't work with the smaller ones. For one, you know, if you're putting your whole baggie in there and they're so small, you don't have room to like move them around, you know, and line them up nicely. So you would still have to have them in something else, is what I'm thinking. And my whole point of that would be not to need something else, you know, if that's making any sense. I don't have to. I mean, what I'm using is fine. It's just a little bit time consuming, but it's not terrible. Alright, so I finished all the down arrows. So I have a couple dollar signs in these, so we're going to pull these two out real quick just to close that. So that is 29, and that bird is so loud. 29 and 50. Put these away. There's only, let's see, dollar signs. There's 2 right there, and there is none down here. So we're just gonna knock those out. I didn't put the lid on that one. Watch it go all over the place. Thankfully, it did not. Alright, and then we only have these 3 up there. Alright, we're gonna pick these arrows. So we closed that section up. So this is all we have left, is right here. If I might finish it. It's because I still have 22 minutes for 4 hours. 57. So maybe. I'm thinking yes. I wasn't sure before, but now I'm thinking, Jackie, you got this. You can do it. You can do it. As long as I don't lose focus, and boy, I can do that in a blink of an eye. All right, so that was. Do I have any more of those? I don't see them. So the asterisk and the arrow. 57. All right. Well, if I had them pulled out, it would be quicker, but I don't have them pulled out, so I'm having to find them. So 39, 52. That's that one. There's 7. Where's the K? Sometimes it takes me so long to find these that it kind of annoys me a little bit. There's 60. The T. Where's the 23? And that arrow. Did I pick that one up already? No, 37. And then the P's, 44. Alright, so I'm not sure if I got all of them, but you see just this little section that's left, right? Like not very many. Oh, I didn't pick that one. Not very many at all. And where is that one? And I had to take out 3, 6, 9 of these. So just in that tiny little bit, there's 9 colors left. We're going to start out with this one. There's just one of these.
And that's 9 if I didn't miss any. I probably missed some. I'm not even going to put them away right now till I finish. Oh yeah, I missed number 5, so let's take out number 5. So that's 10 colors so far in just this little area. So it looks like number 5 is just 1 as well. Alright, the arrow, let's work on number 7. Trying to knock out the ones that just have a few. So I know that we're going to be busy in the garden and the yard, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to come on. You know, I've been trying to do like, I don't have a set schedule, I don't, but I've been trying to do like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday during the day at some point. And then I've been wanting to do Friday nights, but I haven't been able to. But with all that we have to do, I'm not sure that I will be able to be on here the next 2 days. I will try. But even if I'm not, like, I mean, we've put in 4 hours, or by the time I get off of here, it'll be 4 hours. So even if I don't, that's more than an hour a day with the way I was coming on. So, but anyway, hopefully, I almost dropped that one too. Hopefully I will be able to get a schedule and not just do pop-ups, and maybe my folks, I'll get my folks back. And I know that my true night folks probably will never be back, because I know how it is. You're up till 6 in the morning or 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning. You're not going to be up to, to watch YouTube. So Lucy, Variety, y'all came back. Thank you. I made my coffee and I rushed it, and so I forgot my sweetener. I mean, it is natural stevia, so it's not like like cane sugar or artificial and stuff like that. But anyway, I forgot it, so my coffee is like not appetizing. Like, I mean, I've taken a couple of sips, but each sip I've taken, I've made a face. And that was it on that one. I mean, to hurry, I could probably just put them out in these little trays and put them all out, and then that way I wouldn't have to put them in, in and out, and I would be done with them. But we're so close that I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. Variety, I never got the fox and the tiger story. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did these. I think they're 4x4. Yeah, these little squares. Maybe to feel more accomplished, I need to go smaller. Yeah, I'd be like, ooh, I finished a square in this much, you know, like do like a 2x2 or a 3x3. I crack myself up. Oh, I did the dollar signs already, and I put it away because I thought I was done, and there's some more right there. See, that's the part that gets you, you know. You think you're done, but you're not, because you keep forgetting some. At least I do. And then you have to go back in there and find it, which I did. So there's those right there. Forest. You got a bat. And then you got rabies. You know, around here at nighttime, the bats get so close to you, like to your head, you know. And I mean, I know they're just going like after bugs, they're not really going for your head, but I mean, to me it's pretty scary. Cubs is like nothing, he just keeps walking, like he's like, they're not gonna hit you, like they got, I'm like, okay, I know they got good sense of whatever, but what if it just runs into my head? Like, I don't want that. But yeah, they get really close to your head. I don't like it one bit. Oh no, come on. I know y'all heard that, I don't even need to tell you. Okay, so even out of like the 10 that I took out, I was still missing, it looks like, 2, well, I think 1 other color. 1 I just missed, but because I just went through all the colors and I'm missing 2. Let's see, and I said I was going to keep them out so that I could find them right away, because I knew I would miss some, but I only kept a few out. I put the other ones away. So 58, I only need 1 of those, and then the other one, I only need 1 of those. And look at that, I think we got these 2 to put down, and then we are done with this square. 1 more to go. This one looks like it's popping out. Yay, and we did it in under 4 hours, and you figure I took a few minute break, so it's safe to say it's between 3.5 and 4 hours. So that square is done, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm sure I will see y'all in the YouTube streets. I will probably see you when you post a video, and maybe I will come on tomorrow or Friday during the day, but I'm not sure. So just kind of look for me if you need something to do between like the hours of 10 and 12, because normally when I come on during the day, those are the hours that I've been starting at, is between 10 and 12. But thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day till I see you again. God's desire. Oh, I'm so sorry I missed you coming in. You said jokes and they gave you jokes. When did I don't know when you came in. I am so sorry I missed you. You got, what is worse than finding a worm in your apple, finding half a worm in your apple? Ew. All right, y'all. So have a wonderful and blessed day. Hope to see y'all again soon. Bye-bye.